Hello and welcome to Spread Talks. This news update is coming from Israel, where rebuilding the Gaza Strip and creating opportunities for its residents would hurt Hamas, not help it, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on his visit to Jerusalem on Tuesday. If we do this right, Blinken said, reconstruction and relief for the people of Gaza, far from empowering Hamas, has the potential to undermine it. I say that because Hamas thrives, unfortunately, on despair, misery, desperation, on a lack of opportunity. Rebuilding of Gaza would not only answer immediate needs for water and electricity, but should offer genuine prospect for opportunity, progress and material improvement in people's lives, he said in a news conference. If the U.S., UN, Israel, the Palestinian Authority and others work toward that aim, Hamas's foothold in Gaza will slip, Blinken argued. We know that, and I think Hamas knows that. Israel has said that any aid to Gaza must be closely watched to ensure that it does not reach Hamas, with the Defense Ministry working this week on developing such a system. Blinken arrived in Israel early Tuesday in his first trip to the region as Secretary of State, a visit that also included a stop in Ramallah. He is set to continue to Jordan and Egypt. In his meeting with Foreign Minister Gabi Ashkenazi, the two agreed to form a working group to implement civil projects in Judea and Samaria, the Foreign Ministry said, adding that the U.S. will also demand that the Palestinians stop taking unilateral action against Israel in international institutions and halt incitement. The two also discussed a joint enforcement mechanism for transferring aid to the Gaza Strip without it reaching Hamas, and to ensure that Hamas cannot rearm itself. We will work with our partners to ensure Hamas doesn't benefit from the reconstruction assistance, Blinken said. Following the urgent humanitarian needs in Gaza, Blinken said, the U.S. expects Israel and the PA to avoid taking steps that will increase tension and reduce the chance of reaching a two-state solution, such as settlement activity, demolitions, evictions, and payment to terrorists. A two-state solution is the only way to truly assure Israel's future as a Jewish and democratic state and give the Palestinians the future they're entitled to. Ashkenazi and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in their meetings with Blinken also presented Israel's demand that Hamas return missing soldiers Hadar Golden and Oren Shal, and Israeli civilian captives Avera Mengistu and Hisham al-Sayed. Netanyahu expressed his appreciation of the Biden administration's support for Israel's right of self-defense during Operation Guardian of the Walls. If Hamas breaks the calm and attacks Israel, our response will be very powerful, Netanyahu warned. The Prime Minister said he and Blinken discussed ways to work together to prevent Hamas rearmament with weapons and means of aggression. Blinken said that U.S. President Joe Biden made crystal clear throughout the violence that the U.S. fully supports Israel's right to defend itself against attacks such as Hamas firing rockets indiscriminately against civilians. Netanyahu and Blinken discussed Israel's security needs, including replenishing Iron Dome interceptors. Blinken said that building on the outcome of the operation requires recognition that losses on both sides were profound. Casualties are reduced to numbers, but behind every number is a human being. As the Talmud teaches, to lose a life is to lose the whole world, whether that life is Palestinian or Israeli.